everybody, my name is Crazy Carl. How are you doing? I am part of our collab channel here at Crazy Overlord. I am the crazy part. I am Zach. Here, if you would like to introduce himself.
Hola, mi amigo.
This is Unknown Overlord, or as most people know him, Caleb. So, we were doing a population project for algebra. Our population project was over San Diego, the population of San Diego. We went back a total of 30 years as of 2016, leaving us to a starting year of 1986, or that is population present. So, the population as of 1986 was 2,196,834. And the population of 2016 was
3,317,749 people.
And if we do all the change, knowing that if we look at the years, San Diego's timeline only went up, it never decreased, so just adding the total change got us to 1,120,910. And taking the mean of that, so 1,120,910 divided by 30, we got 37,364. And dividing 30 by 37,364, we got a growth rate of 0.00080291119. And using the formula,
Population future equals population present times, open parentheses, 1 plus I equaling the growth rate, close parentheses to the power of n, which is the number of years. The predicted population that we got for 2018 was 2,198,716.
which is kind of confusing because that is 10 years past 2008, which, if none of you know, 2008 was the first year that San Diego reached 3 million people as its population, which confused both of us highly because we thought it was going to be much closer, but it was surprisingly quite far. And the population of 2050, our predicted population, was 2,312,624, which is yet again very odd because that is 42 years past when they hit 3 million, which confused me highly. And we were both blown away, so blown away that we checked our calculations several times doing this project. We even found out that we messed up at one point and redid the entire project and had everything correct, and it's still only that low for predicted population. It only starts to make sense when you get to 3,000, which is...
And the predicted population for 3,000 was a little bit, it was a little bit more reasonable, but it's 1,014 years into the future.
Yeah.
The population was 4,957,210 people.
Which is it blew us away that it was, even though that's still more reasonable than the other numbers seemed. You gotta think, it's from 2050, that's a jump of 950 years into the future, which confused both of us highly. So, but we have some reasons to why it jumped more than the predictions were meant to jump. The reasons it didn't go as high, the reasons it was more reasonable than it seemed is I will tell you why it seemed more reasonable, why it seemed more reasonable than it looked. And Caleb will tell you why it still jumps that high. I feel like it's more reasonable than it could have been is because the forest fires and the earthquakes seem to draw people away from San Diego. And that's why the population doesn't grow as heavily. People move away. People die due to earthquakes and forest fires. But no matter what, they still pulled through. They still went up high. Why? What do you think, Caleb?
I think kind of like Zach, just some people don't care about the circumstances there. They just want to live there and do their own thing. They don't care about anything else. So, and even though people moved away or died or whatever, that influenced the growth rate of that year, but still it went up no matter what.
And the biggest reason of my change of why I feel like it could have grown faster is in the year 2004, from 2003 to 2004, was the lowest change in all of San Diego, which was only a growth of an estimated 6,000 people, which blew us away because that is in between year growths of like 60,000, 27,000, and in between is like only 6,000. It surprised us until we looked up and saw that there was like tons of forest fires in 2004, in between 2003 and 2004, and tons of earthquakes, like extremely powerful earthquakes, which is not very common there. They have a lot of earthquakes, but they're not very powerful. So that confused both of us. It blew us away. Yeah. So you got anything else to add?
I don't think so. It's just our prediction seems so off. We literally restarted 3 times now.
I think it was 4.
4. Yeah, we restarted 4 times, and you might have realized there's a setting change between now and the other recording.
Now the other recordings, because we had to go back and we had to redo all of our stuff, and I deleted and come back. That's why we're both wearing different clothing. So we've restarted this on several occasions. Like everything we've done, everything we did in class, we looked it up, turned out to be incorrect. Like when we did it in class, our predicted populations were way closer, weren't they?
Yeah, it was within 2,000.
Yeah, it was within 2,000. And it blew us away. How, like, we checked it like 3 times yesterday, making sure that we did it correctly, and we did. We checked it several times. We found out we were wrong. You in some of our videos that we were working on yesterday, we had to stop him in the middle of it because one of us two realized what was wrong with why it seemed so weird. So we have more reasonable numbers. Before, in the year 2050 now, it is 2003. It was 2,312,624. But our old prediction was 2,200,600, which is like that's almost 100,000 of a difference. It struck both of us that it went up that little, even though we changed we did the entire mean of that number. You got anything else to add?
I don't think so.
Well, we'll see you guys in the next video. Enjoy the bloopers. Woo! Hey, how you doing? I'm bad. Here comes our guest, or actually the most important person who does all the editing. Come here, Caleb. Our project in algebra fun. Algebra fun. Yes. I sexually identified table. I failed my job. I failed my family. No.